Hello. Oh, I thought I thought I would limp in, much like much like the Dallas Cowboys. I got my bandage on over here with a broken clavicle and something else going on over here with the sling from a broken foot. It was just announced today that I have two high ankle sprains and a sprained a penile organ. I think if I want to just throw out all these other injuries on top of it, I think I'm not really sure. All I know is that I'm the Dallas Cowboys, and it's pretty tough being me right now. So Rick, I'm so sorry, dude. I'm so sorry. Your entire team is in shambles, and the all of us feel so bad for you. Not so much, kind of, sort of. We feel like sympathy for you. We feel like we should be there for you, right? No, not so much. And Tony Romo with that Kool-Aid smile that he has, that he puts on, we feel bad for you too, right? Don't we, guys? Don't we? No, not so much. So so yeah, that's where I'm at right now, right? So the Dallas Cowboys looking like the emergency room of Dallas, Texas. I'm so sorry, but not so much, right? In NFL news, how can you not love watching Tom Brady go out there and destroy the NFL in the first 2 weeks of the year after all the trash talking by Rex Ryan and his goons from Buffalo? It's really, really good to see Tom Brady with that a fire that he's got in his eyes. He's just like, look at that guy, and he goes out there and just slings it and he kills it and he destroys it and he destroys everything in his path. All right, it's only week 2, so I need to settle down. I need to calm down. All right, Patriots are 2-0. That's all that matters. So Carolina fans, Giant fans, all you guys, watch out. The Patriots, whether you call them cheaters or not, they're coming for you. They're coming for you. I thought the Dallas game was going to be a big one for the Patriots and the Cowboys, but I'm so sorry. I brought it up again. I shouldn't do it, but I did. And you have to forgive me. Hopefully, you'll be in the league next year, because I don't know how much you're going to do this year with the heavy-weighted Dallas Cowboy potential that you have on your team. So that's that, right? Other NFL news? There is no other NFL news unless it's about the Patriots. So that's all I'm going to say. So we'll get to the league this week. We had a really good week. We had some really good matchups, including myself. If you could see, this eye right here has a tear that's coming down the cheek very slowly, because I rested my outcome on the heels or the foot of Adam Chocateri, who couldn't even kick one of the old style extra point field goals, even though I still would have lost the game, on the fact that he couldn't even get me 4, maybe 5 points. I think it was 5.2 points I think I needed, and I didn't get it. So congratulations, Chris. Elevator knockout. You knocked me out with the 111 to 104 game. You beat me up with a little bit of Philip Rivers action. Antonio Brown, of course, I think every week is going to get you about 355 points every week, nonstop, just to be able to make that happen. And yeah, I think those are your big ones, right? Philip Rivers and Antonio Brown. Rivers is going to be one of those questionable ones throughout the year, but we'll see. We'll see how he does. But Aaron Rodgers did very well for me. But again, it's hit or miss with my team. I scored the most points last week. I had the biggest blowout of the week. And this week, my running backs from Darren Sproles got me 6.25 points. And Travis Kelce, who last week got me 30, got me 6.90. So solid week for the boys. Yeah, I'm pretty proud of you. In other words, you just pretty much laid a big poop on the floor for me. And I appreciate that. Because what it does is it builds character. Losses build character. So all you 2-0 teams that are out there that are all boasting and feeling really good about yourself, losses build character. All right? Ask Troy. Troy, how does it feel with that pig trophy that's sitting on your shelf right now? You've got character. All right. You, my friend, like the Carolina Panthers, are a Cam Newton fan and you have a pig on your mantle. You've got character. That's all it's about. Some losses. Meh. So what? Who cares? All right. So basically, after Adam Vinatieri, or Chocateri bit the big one on that one and got me -3 points. And then Baltimore also got me -1 point. Yeah, that was pretty much shot down, right? So the game of the week this week, which if anybody that hasn't been in the league for a long time knows that the game of the week is usually the one that has the closest margin of victory for the winner to the loser, which usually in this case is somebody that scored a pretty good amount of points. A lot of times it's the higher end ones. So jumping up to a 2-0 record to beat now the 0-2 Turd Ferguson was 1.21 gigawatts. Looks like he won by just 4.5 points total. Some great numbers. I would have never thought putting Carson Palmer in there, but Carson Palmer threw 31 on the board for you. Calvin Johnson with a big 20 spot there. 13 for Mason Crosby, and then Denver getting you 18 points. Good totals. 141 points total, I think it was. So it's pretty good. Good job. So 1.21 gigawatts. Will, you're riding high right now. Usually you're at the bottom of the barrel, and let's just keep on moving it, right? You got the professor there as your icon to be able to look like all crazy and stuff like that, and I'm sure that that's how you look when you're watching the games, all crazy with the helmet on or dialing up the dials and doing your things. Whatever's working, keep on doing it, my friend, because 1.21 gigawatts right now seems to be somebody that's going to be somebody to reckon with. Okay. So Turd, tough loss, 136 points. You lost though, and that's the name of the game, and that's kind of how it works in this league, or in any league, I think. If you have less points, you lose. So I'm sorry, 136, but too short of an outcome. The blowout of the week this week is somebody that I could definitely say surprised me. Both myself and he received the worst grades in the league. So last week, the blowout of the week was myself. I'm going to keep on reiterating that because it's the only one I'm going to probably get all year. But this week was not your sticker bitch. So Kevin, who also got the worst grade in the draft, along with myself, came in at 132.92 points, beating the last year champion and reigning champ, Bell's Bashers. I'm going to call up a couple stats here for that one. So basically, Bell's had a pretty tough day. Pretty tough day overall with Sam Bradford scoring you 11 points. Marshawn Lynch only ringing in at 13 points. CJ Spiller at 3.8 points. And the rest was history pretty much across the board. And like my defense in the Baltimore Ravens, your Buffalo Bills, because they played the Patriots, scored -1 point. Not your sticker bitch, Kevin. Hey, listen, man. 19 points for Moncrief. Great. Awesome to have him as your flex player. Good job starting him. Jamal Charles had some boatload of points. Russell Wilson, boatload of points. Steve Smith Sr., boatload of points. And Danny Woodhead with almost 15. So well-rounded, great victory for you. Brings you to a 101 record. And Bell's Bashers from champ to chump right now with a 0-2 record. Early in the season so far, but you remember the playoffs start after week 12, so it's coming down to the wire already. So you might want to make some changes to that team of yours. Oh, that's right, you could have had 24.62 points by Manning against KC. So why you benched Peyton Manning and started Bradford? I don't really know the answer to that question, I think. So if you bench Peyton Manning and you start Bradford. League, can we talk amongst ourselves here and be able to discuss for a second why Bell's Bashers bench Peyton Manning and started Sam Bradford? Talk amongst yourself. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm trying to dig at it and find out what it is. I even punched in a couple things here in the web browser, and I got nothing. So, Eric, I'm sorry, dude. Just like I said to others in this league, sometimes a loss is a loss, but it's 0-2, so you gotta shape it up, pal. You gotta shape it up. Round out all the other ones. We've already got a game of the week. We got a blowout of the week. Johnny Utah is looking strong and mighty in this league right now, beating up on Carolina. On the shoulder of Matt Ryan and Julian Edelman and Marshall, all scoring just about 20 points. LaShawn McCoy having a good game against that weak and porous defense in New England. And even McFadden running in at about 10 points. New England making a big comeback for you from last week that he made. They did a great job with 12 points. So overall right now in the standings, we have our 1-2 combo, our 1-2 punch. You got Johnny Utah's in first place overall with 278 points scored, with 220 given up at a 2-0 record. Hasn't made a single move on the waiver wire, so has a full $100 to be able to play with still. 1.21 gigawatts. Will also at 2-0. Will, I know you're freaking out right now on us, so it's okay. It's all right. Just chill out, man. Take a couple pills, drink a beer, maybe a shot of whiskey or something like that to calm your nerves. But 2-0 is ledge time. You might want to jump off the ledge because you've never been in this spot and it's kind of freaking you out. I know it is. So you're at 2-0 also with 262 points scored. So great job. Boat Drinks coming in third place at a 2-0 record also. They won this week, and let's see where they were at with everything. So Frank and the brain trust of Dan, Frank, and all those guys, I can't necessarily say coming in at 96.72 points was a really good week this week, but you also went against the Dallas Cowboys. I mean Rick and the Foster Blues. So Tony Romo, as expected, breaking his entire body, 8.50 points, body made of glass like he always is. Broke the collarbone before also. Going to be out 8 weeks, or 6 to 8 weeks or whatever. Looks like Devontae Adams got you 6 points. Eesh, not too great. Beasley, not so much. Miller, not so much. Safarian Jenkins, who last week scored you 725 points, this week scores you 3. It was a pretty good run. Kansas City is the only thing that was pretty much a bright spot on your entire team. So well played, Kansas City. And then, of course, Boat Drinks rode the coattails of just 2 people pretty much. Tom Brady scoring in almost 40 points, and then Murray coming in at 20.85 points against Baltimore. So, good job. Boat Drinks, you do what it takes to win. Earlier I said a loss is a loss and it builds character. This one is a win that you can say this also builds character because it probably caused you to drink an extra 6-pack, destroy your liver, and pretty much want to check yourself into rehab afterwards, because usually those are the kind of games that you look at and go, holy cow, I can't believe I pulled that one off. So fantasy despair or fantasy victories, you're still 2-0. That's all you got to say. So you're in third place, coming in at 2-0 record. And then we've got our elusive Do Your Job in Jeff. He messaged me after I put a message out that I was going to be releasing this video, and he wants me to talk a lot about his team because he said he's the man. And so let's talk about your starting quarterback. It's Cam Newton. If you're going to ride the coattails of Cam Newton for the rest of the season, you might want to go ahead and not do that because he's not that great. So he's about the equivalent of Andrew Luck right now, right? He's riding a little bit high, like Andrew Luck was riding last year. Everything's good to go, and then of course Cam Newton's going to pretty much crap the bed like he always does, and then we're going to see choke artists like we always see, and then we're going to see the whole and all that good stuff, and we'll see what happens. But if you're riding his coattails, not going to work for you. So, but great job with Williams. I mean, Williams came in at 36.60 points. I don't think you ever would have expected that to happen, but this is 2 weeks in a row that D'Angelo Williams is running with his pink braids and going crazy. So that's pretty much all I'm going to say about Do Your Job, because you asked for it. When you ask for me to talk about you on these videos, you don't get what you want. I mean, that's just what it is. That's the job of a commissioner. The job of a commissioner is to remove the passion and the excitement and the energy and the smiles from the league and insert pain, suffering, and despair. All right? That's what I'm supposed to do. So do your job. You did your job. That's all I got to say. You're in 4th place. They did beat Marty. Marty did fall to a 101 record. Luck, hope, and a prayer. Marty, Andrew Luck. Man, when I first saw you pick that in the draft, I said that's going to be a good pick. I think he's going to be good to go. I think most people in the entire universe thought that too. But first 2 weeks not looking too good. I think he'll rebound, but that's a really tough one, man. I did like last night on GroupMe. Troy posted you might want to check on your father, make sure his heart's still going, everything's good to go, because Andrew Luck did not do that well. Larry Fitzgerald did score you 31 points, but 31 points for a 95-year-old man might not last that long in the season. AARP will be calling soon, and then he's going to be on the sidelines going, where is my Geritol? So, all right. TJ Yeldon had a good game for you too, but it just wasn't good enough against that other guy. And I'm not saying his name because he wants me to talk about his team. So, let's see here. So the next person in 5th place with a perfect record of 2-0 is Sexy Sandwich. 2 years ago, 2-year returning champion. Beat one of the favorites in the beginning of the season for some people was Big Blue Wrecking Crew, coming in with Drew Brees and Adrian Peterson and Ivory and DeAndre Hopkins and all these players with John Osako for Big Blue Wrecking Crew, but Big Blue Wrecking Crew falls to 0-2 on the season so far, and Sexy Sandwich goes to 2-0, riding solely 100% on the coattails of Ben Roethlisberger against, I don't even know what San Francisco was throwing at him. Basically, he could have walked through like 15 touchdowns and done like 75,000 yards in one game because San Francisco's defense is not even evident, not even around. I think that they fell off the face of the earth. So, I thought you were going to have a tough time when C.J. Anderson really scored just a low amount of points, Scotty. But you made some comebacks here. You had Giovanni Bernard came back with a 20-point spread and a clip. You had 0 points from Allen, 1 point from Keenan Allen. It's kind of tough to be able to take a look at all that and be able to see exactly where we're at with it. But hey, you did all that it takes to be able to do that. You're up at a 2-0 record. You also have no move so far used with a $100 pot. So speaking of that, we have a log jam of 1-1s and then 0-2s. I've already talked about the 0-2s. You know who you are. You guys got your wanted poster in the background. It's kind of like sitting there thinking to yourself, what am I going to do? Do I take the gun? Do I jump off a cliff? Do I overdose on pills? What should I do? Who do I need to call? All those things. I do have a couple players that you might want. So you might want to look at some trades this way. But, just to talk a little bit about waiver wire money. So a couple people already. We're only through week 2 just to take a look at it, right? Take a look at it. Chris, Elevator Knockout, you're down to $63. So be careful. I know you've only got 3 moves, but you bid high on one of those players, and whatever you bid is what you get. It's not that you bid $12 and then the next person goes in and might bid, the next highest bidder bid 4, and then you only have to bid $5. It's $12. It's taken right out of your bank account. So if you bid 12, you're going to be pretty much, and you win that bid, you're going to be doing it for $12. Okay. So just as a reminder, $63 there. Not Your Sticker and Kevin also has $79, and everybody else is pretty much right about where they need to be. I think anywhere between $85 and higher dollars that's there. So great week this week. I'm glad to see some people got their pick'ems in. I'm going to be able to update the spreadsheet probably tomorrow or the next day because I'm pretty exhausted. I'm going to go to sleep and I'm going to dream about how much Tom Brady's going to destroy Jacksonville after Miami laid an egg against them. Hopefully they come to Gillette and Tom Brady still continues down that path of throwing for 92 touchdowns in a game. So great week again. Like I said, I'm going to try to keep on posting these videos after each one of the weeks. I know I got a couple things coming up that might pull me away a little bit, but other than that, I might be able to do a write-up or whatever. But congrats to Kevin for the blowout of the week. Congrats to 1.2 gigawatts for his showing of the week, and to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like I said before, 2-0 record league people in the league right now. You guys know who you are. Congratulations. Sit up top amongst your perch. put your crown on and look at everybody and just think to yourself, you guys are all peons to me. So keep on, talking trash. Keep on moving around. We got the GroupMe. I know that some people like Marty, I don't think knows how to use GroupMe because I think it's a little bit of that technology stuff that goes on for those older folks. Don't know how to pick up on that stuff. But Marty, we do have Facebook, and I know you're over there in the Facebook world. But GroupMe's been a big success so far. So keep it up. Keep on moving. Keep on talking. And we'll see you guys next week. All right. We'll talk later.